do they insist on making that announcement that it's a non-smoking flight? You know, I mean, there's nobody in this building, and I'm including the union guys, nobody in this building who was alive when smoking was allowed on airplanes. Nobody. Why do they still, and it's always a reminder, just a reminder, this is a non-smoking flight. All of our flights are non-smoking. And also another reminder, this is a non-slavery flight. There'll be no slavery on this flight.
One of desperation, and what are you doing?
Excuse me. Hi, Chip Curson, Action 6 News.
Yeah, what, Curson?
What's going on here? What are all these reporters doing?
Would you please get your own news?
Well, I think our viewers might be interested to know what's happened here today.
Curson, leave me alone.
Well, reporters are being very tight-lipped. We may never know what this was all about, but it seems important. Back to you, Blaine.
How did you become the comedian that is sort of like the indie rock associated comedian? How did that come about?
It was a long audition process, and you go through a number of stages, and I was almost disqualified in round 7, but they were looking at an old rule sheet that was from Europe and didn't really apply, hadn't been translated to American culture. So just, it was over almost a 2-year process, but then
Who was blackballing you, like Bob Mould?
it wasn't. Are you really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I didn't. That's interesting. That's weird. No, I mean it went down to there was just the final group of 6, and the last procedure was we had to. It was like a zip line thing that went between 2 buildings, and it was all safety harness and everything. But you had to go there. You had to eat a bucket of worms on the harness, and I just did it in the quickest time.
Fair enough.
So I got to be the guy. There also is a connection and a mutual admiration society between bands and comedians, and comedians, a lot of comedians are frustrated musicians, a lot of musicians are frustrated comedians, and it's the world runs in the same kind of pack. And I also got out of comedy clubs pretty early and started doing shows in music venues for a variety of reasons, and so the connection just sort of evolved.
Young band, you are going to rock school!
Number 1, Arena. Number nothing, Indie Rock Club.
Does everyone remember the Foghat rule? Your 4th album should be double live. Trash this rule.
You also do some emceeing at the Hanukkah party for Yola Tango, right? Or at least I heard a set that you did there. Where you were making fun of, who's that other band we did the same day we shot Rosebuds?
Oh, Ladybug Transistor.
Ladybug Transistor.
Oh, that music is so twee and adorable and precious. I just want to wrap it up in a human heart, dip it in gold, and eat it. It's almost hard not to make fun of that music. Although I do.
About the scarf that he wears?
Yeah, I do like it, but it is so precious, and
This is your bio.
Mm-hmm.
David Cross is a 2-time award winner as well as a 3-time award winner. He was part of Mr. Show and Arrested Development. He has done and still does stand-up comedy. He is a Jew/atheist, originally from Atlanta. He speaks 4 languages and 3 dialects. He writes, loves, and eats in the NYC area. He's a Red Sox fan. In fact, he has a dog named Ollie Red Sox. He's a true patriot and a great American. He's currently Amber Tamblyn.
Yes. All of it true.
Oh, how does Amber Tamblyn feel about that?
Oh, she's fine. That's her dad. That's a picture of her dad there.
That's her father.
That's her dad with a dog, her assistant's dog, Zeppy.
So her dad was cool with you writing this?
Yeah. Oh, her parents are so awesome. Her mom was a little not that, I don't want to say not cool with it, but didn't find it as funny as Amber and Russ did. And of course I checked with her. It occurred to me, because bios always have that, the author does this, he is currently something. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I put that thing. And
did you have a moment of trepidation where you had written it?
No.
And
No, not at all. I laughed. I showed it to Amber. She laughed. she told her dad. Her dad laughed harder than she did. And the only one who was like a little weird about it was her mom, but then eventually kind of came around. Her parents are awesome.
So now that this is in print permanently,
Now I'm not allowed to break up for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
you're stuck with her.
Well, yeah.
I mean, she's
No, she's
fantastic.
awesome.
Yes.
She's a good person to be stuck with.
Yes. There are a lot of rants in here.
Mm-hmm.
One of the rants I want to ask you about, the two I want to ask you about,
Okay.
Pitchfork. Do you hate Pitchfork?
No, I don't hate it. I appreciate the analytical analysis. I think they go overboard often, as I demonstrate, and I was surprised that they asked me to do it because I got such strange reviews from, I mean, bad, but also just they're overwrought and overwritten, and it seems way more about the reviewer than the actual work, which it bothers me about a lot of critics when it's more about them, and how clever they are than their critique of the work.